Welcome back. We're here again with the principal clarinetist, Jason Shafer from the Colorado Symphony. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about what your job is with the symphony.
Yeah, sure. So like you mentioned, I'm the principal clarinet player, and a lot of people don't know actually that the Colorado Symphony is a full-time professional orchestra. So, you know, what we do is actually we rehearse like say a Tuesday through Friday kind of a thing, and then we'll do concerts Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then be completely off for only maybe one day, and then just start rehearsing again for a completely different concert the next week. And it keeps us, I mean, super busy in terms of lots of work. It's a lot of practicing, it's a lot of studying the music. A lot of times, like the week of one concert that we do, I'll be working on the next few weeks' concerts and getting ready for that too. And so I love it though. It's so much fun and really, really enjoy what I do. And on top of that, I also teach as well. I teach at the University of Northern Colorado up in Greeley. So I try to fit that in because I love teaching too, but job in the symphony is just awesome, and I'm so lucky to be part of such a great orchestra.
Sounds like a dream job, getting to play an instrument.
Yeah,
what you love, do what you love all day.
It's a lot of work, but it's also really great.
Then I have to ask, how much time do you have to spend? Like you said, you rehearse like Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
How much time do you actually spend rehearsing with the entire band, and how much time do you spend like rehearsing on your own or just practicing pieces?
Yeah, sure. I mean, some days we'll rehearse 5 hours or more than that, and then which is a lot of playing. You know, your muscles get a little tired after a little while, and on top of that, you know, a lot of us practice just an hour or two or more than that, even with that rehearsal time. And then on the days we have off, sometimes we'll try to fit in a lot more practice, of course, too.
Wow,
so we don't.
Intense.
I know a lot of us say we don't really ever get a real day off, but we do love it. So it's great.
Wow, that's a lot. What kind of music do you play on your clarinet?
That's a great question. So actually, one of the things I love is that we all think that classical music is maybe just one thing. And actually, really, what it is a whole lot of different kinds of styles and genres. I mean, of course, we do the classical Mozart or Beethoven or what you might think of as a symphony. But, you know, we also get to do a lot of really completely different things, like go to Red Rocks and back up a really great band. One of my first concerts, actually, in this job was playing with the Lumineers at Red Rocks, which was an awesome concert.
I was there.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was there.
I saw you then. Nice. So, but you know, that's what I love about it is because, you know, it's hard for me to even say like, oh, do I have a favorite or whatever, because it's so great that every week, even though we're working so hard, like I'll be doing a completely different kind of concert, completely different kind of show. And so, I mean, I've heard some different people, you know, people coming to our concerts and they'll say things like, I never thought a symphony could sound like that. And it's really awesome. We love that.
That's really amazing. Would you be willing to play something for us?
Sure, absolutely. Well, you know, talking about different styles of music, one of the things that sometimes we have to do as clarinet players actually is play something that's a little more jazzy, maybe. And there's one composer that I absolutely love called George Gershwin, and he wrote a piece, Rhapsody in Blue, which is this really fun, awesome, jazzy piece. And there's this clarinet solo at the beginning that the clarinetist that played it first actually kind of was messing around and added this big swoopy gliss thing, and the composer was there and he said, keep that, I really want that in the piece. So we get to play that as clarinet players. So I thought I would play it for you, and maybe I can stand up, you might get a little better view of the piano. Of the clarinet here, as long as I'm not destroying a wire.
Wow, that was great.
Oh, great.
Oh my gosh.
We have a lot of fun practicing that a lot. It's hard.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
And definitely a song I'd heard, although I wasn't
Really?
sure when you said Rhapsody in Blue, but I've totally heard that
Nice.
intro somewhere before.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
Very
you
cool.
mentioned playing a lot of different genres of music. I have to ask because I'm going to the symphony for the first time in, I think, January maybe?
Nice.
for the Harry Potter.
Oh, you got tickets. You're like,
Are you playing that?
I am playing that show.
He barely got tickets, though, apparently.
Barely. I got the third
exactly. Yeah, actually, it was amazing because we had 3 shows of that, and our hall is pretty big, seats a little over 2,000 people, and even with that, I think it was within a week all those tickets sold out.
I think the first showings was in like a day.
Yeah, the
and
same
then
day.
They added another one.
Exactly.
So, wow.
But if you're liking the Harry Potter or other movies, check out our website and you can see some of the other times that we play like the full movie score with the movie, and you might just see a few more Harry Potters will be coming up.
Oh yeah, that's good to
Awesome,
know.
you'll be there.
I will put that on my list too.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you play any other instruments?
I actually play piano as well. Yeah, I have to say that it's hard to have enough time, I guess, in terms of practicing more than one instrument. And in the orchestra, we all really specialize on just one, except for percussionists that play so many amazing things. But I do love playing piano on the side still.
That's awesome.
What about, do you play this thing here?
Yeah,
You
so
guys have an instrument?
this thing's a little wild. It's actually, if I can tell you a little bit behind the story behind this, here at the Symphony we have a lot of different educational
I hold it up so
programs.
everybody
Oh,
can see it?
please go for it. Yeah, you might be
might be able
making
to
a
play
racket here. So, as
Instruments?
part of the Symphony, we have a whole lot of educational programs. And what we're doing with those is we're really trying to engage as many students and as many teachers as we can of all ages. And one of the things we love doing are our youth concerts, where we a lot of students will come in from various schools, or you can buy a ticket, or you can come on a field trip, and you'll get to see the Symphony play a special program that's really just talking really to that age group. And one of the things that we love to do in the lobby before is kind of have an instrument petting zoo. And so as part of that petting zoo, you get to try all sorts of different instruments, and you get to try a clarinet or a brass or a woodwind, another woodwind, or a stringed instrument. And but sometimes everyone's a little hesitant and scared to try it. And so what we do is, this is called a flexitone, and it's really awesome and fun. And it makes this wild sound if you press it down and shake it. I really wish I could do this as my full-time job. It would be really fun.
Yeah, that sounds like something they
try?
like as a. Well, I don't know. I've never played an instrument before.
I'll go for it. And then push.
Look at you.
Yeah, there you go.
You're natural.
Whoa.
Nice.
Who knew?
There you go. We all can
So
make
do you have
music.
space in the symphony for
Yeah, right.
Selena?
Oh, absolutely. Come and join.
What would that be used for?
It sounds like
just
something
sound effects, or
from like a sci-fi movie, right?
It
Is that what it
does.
is?
I have heard this instrument used in a lot of times actually contemporary composers who will create these really wild, crazy works with sounds that you've maybe never heard before will use something like this. And it's really cool when you're hearing all these amazing instruments and suddenly the sound like that comes floating through the orchestra. Yeah. But also on movie scores, you're right.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Can you do Happy Birthday on that?
I can try.
Try.
I have to see if I'm more able. You have to be very in control.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Close. It was my birthday yesterday, though. So
happy birthday.
I
belated.
serenaded myself with a flexi.
There you go. Perfect.
When we were talking about the educational stuff that we do, I wanted to throw out one other thing, if I could, that's really just awesome, and I'm so excited that we do this at the Symphony, is that any student and any teacher with a valid student ID or teacher ID can come and get tickets for way under the normal price. If you come the day of a show, you can get just $10 tickets, which is awesome. It's so much less than anything else. And if you really are like, oh, I want to reserve that one seat, you could call ahead and get it for only $12. And I think it's amazing because it's just, I've been in a lot of cities where orchestras just have really small halls and they just don't have room for students, and we just really want to welcome all the students, any age, if you're in college or high school or elementary school or middle, and their teachers too, to be able to come and hear us on any of these programs. I mean, please look that up on our website and take a look for that, because I think it's awesome that I'm really glad we offer that. So.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you do too, because I took advantage of that.
Awesome! Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Nice.
Yeah, that's a really
Perfect.
incredible resource. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was
Yeah.
for teachers too. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, for sure.
That's really awesome. Anything else you wanted to share about the educational programs or anything?
Sure. I mean, I mentioned a couple already. We do the in-school concerts, which Well, actually, I was talking before about the kids' concerts that are at the Symphony Hall, where kids will actually come and experience it there. But we also do in-school concerts. We either call them just in-school or petite musique, which is for preschoolers. But we had a former cellist in our orchestra who was actually a composer, David Mulliken, and he wrote these amazing pieces that you can learn about the instruments and tell a story with them at the same time. And we really love to engage kids that way. But another thing that you might want to consider if you're a student and a teacher too is coming to one of our open rehearsals, where you can come and watch us work with our conductor and rehearse for a concert. And that can be a really cool experience because you're seeing how we glue everything together and how we, try to get it, how in just a couple of days can we put together this really 2-hour crazy difficult music program in just that short amount of time. And I actually, when I was a student, I loved going to those open rehearsals because it was just, I almost loved that more than the concerts. To kind of just, I felt like I was behind the scenes. So, I mean, definitely one of the things I love, again, about the Colorado Symphony is just the breadth of all those education programs. We like to call it Music Curious. And so if you go on our website and you see, there's a little thing at the top that says Music Curious, you can click and see if you're a student and you want to just find out how you can be involved, or if you're a teacher and you're trying to say, hey, I want to take some of my students there, look at all the different things we offer. It's really exciting for me because I just love getting to be involved with all ages and getting to work with everybody. So I hope that some of you that might be watching might take advantage of that.
And you do personal lessons too?
I do, yeah. Actually, a lot of us love teaching. It's really fun. I mean, I've taught students as young as 5 and as old as, I think, 85. So,
wow.
And it's great.
Wow.
Big range.
Anyone can learn. Yeah. Wow, that's really awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us a little bit more about all that the Colorado Symphony has to offer. I learned definitely, especially that teachers, I could go there for $10.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Awesome.
I'm totally doing it.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'll see you at Harry Potter.
Yeah,
and hopefully I'll see you guys another time, too.
Definitely, for sure.